I like to call spring special occasion season. Proms, graduations, weddings, there are lots of reasons to get dressed up and put your best face forward. If that face happens to be in acne breakout mode, it can really put a damper on things. Michelle Roth is a physician assistant certified clinical director at Soderstrom Skin Institute, and she's here with help. Welcome back.
Thank you so much. So glad to be here again.
Oh, happy to have you. No, it's happened to me a million times. You've got a special event coming up, and then you look in the mirror and wah.
Yes, it is very, very frustrating, but we're here to help, and certainly we want to see all those patients, no matter what kind of acne they have, to help them out.
So let's start with those patients. Who typically comes in?
You know, it just depends. It varies. We see patients all the way from young teenagers or early teens, preteen area time, and then all the way to young adults and then adults as well.
So what types of acne are we looking at here?
You know, different types. So there's different grades of acne. So there's grade 1, which is more of the comedones or the blackheads. There's grades 2 and 3, which are red bumps that you're kind of probably familiar with, and then those whiteheads, those pustules. And then grade 4 is a more severe type of acne generally, and it's cystic. So it's those deeper, more tender lesions that patients get.
So let's start with those comedones, for example. Are there different ways of treating different types of acne?
Yes, absolutely. And that's what we're really excited to share with people, is that we have different treatments for every different type of acne. So whether it's a comedonal acne where you just need a cream or a topical treatment for, or whether it's a cystic acne where you need a more extensive treatment, something you would take by mouth, that we have the ability to treat all those different types and different grades of acne.
And are those different grades, is there one more common than another?
Not necessarily, no. I mean, they're variable, and some people have acne that encompasses all of those. They have all of those, and then some people just have 1 or 2 of those, or a combination of those different types. So you've really got to customize your regimen or your program to the individual to make sure that they're getting the right medication to match the grade and severity of their acne.
And I would imagine that as early as you can before your special event is a good idea to get in and be treated.
Yes, it is more difficult the closer we get to an event, but certainly we do the best that we can with the time that we have. But absolutely, if you know you have a wedding coming up in 6 months or a year, the sooner the better.
Acne scarring is sometimes difficult for people to deal with as well.
Absolutely, and it's frustrating, with the implementation of selfies and social media and so much FaceTime, it can be really detrimental to a patient's psyche, to their how they're feeling, their self-esteem. So the sooner we can get it treated, the sooner we can avoid that scarring, hopefully.
And I will admit to taking a selfie and going, oh, not that side.
Right? We got to do the other one.
You brought a case study with you today.
Yeah,
Tell us about the case study.
And this is a lovely young woman that I got the opportunity to treat. And she, in her early 20s, and had come to us because she was just frustrated. She was frustrated because it was recalcitrant, meaning it just wouldn't respond to normal therapy. Had been on oral antibiotics and topical treatments, things she was using on her face, and just wasn't getting better.
And we have a photo of her before and after, if we could take a look at that. Wow. And how did you treat it? With the laser?
That's actually a picture of the acne scarring treatment.
Gotcha.
But I think we have her coming up next. Yes,
yeah, there she
is. Beautiful young woman inside and out. And the special thing about that is to see them become more confident, more happy, to improve their mood, to really feel better about themselves as we're treating their acne. So it's really a special thing to be able to help the patient do that.
And can we talk just a moment about causes, because we hear everything from how much makeup you wear to if you eat chocolate or drink soda.
Right, and I always tell patients, some patients feel that they have a specific trigger like that, like I ate too much chocolate, or I ate too many carbs, or I drank too much milk. We want everyone to have a healthy, balanced lifestyle, certainly. And there are some triggers like that. There's also some patients that just have a predisposition for that. Maybe they're genetically predisposed. Their parents or family members have a history of acne. Or it may just be that it happened. Sometimes hormonal changes too, especially in teenagers that are growing and changing, or women that have hormonal changes as well.
I remember all of that all too well, and
yes.
still sometimes do.
Right, me too.
It is so great to have you here with all of your great advice.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Let's let folks know how they can get more information on Soderstrom Skin Institute. They've got locations in Peoria, Morton, Normal, and Galesburg. 888-970-SKIN to make your appointment today. Michelle, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Have a great day.